that I chose this particular room for the interview is because this is one of the first rooms that I taught in at Cowley. So this at one time was a classroom that we used to teach chemistry. And so I actually did teach some classes in here of chemistry. So when I started out as an adjunct instructor, just teaching a couple of days a week for the chemistry lab. And then we did a complete remodel, so none of these rooms look at all like they did initially. So that was one of the big changes, was probably going from department chair to the vice presidency. I was, kind of overseeing a group of one department, and then when you go to the VP's office, you have really all the departments. And along with that, all the faculty, you also have the other academic areas like the library, the Tiger Learning Center, the registrar's office. A lot of other pieces get added to that puzzle. I've enjoyed it. I think it gives a more complete puzzle. I feel like I always had one piece of the puzzle with the department, with the natural science, mathematics, but then when you get all the pieces together, I think it's easier to see that whole picture, and I think it's easier to manage that whole picture because you see how everything fits together. So it gives you a more global perspective. And then now in the president's office, again, it kind of makes it even a bigger puzzle, because before I had the academic side, and now you add the athletic side to it, the business side, and the student services side as well. And it makes it a pretty big picture puzzle, but I think it's interesting to see it as a whole. I think as a woman, whether it's an educational field or any field, having to be very articulate, having to be very clear on what you want to do, what you think your goals are, very important. Goal setting is important, but I would say that I never said, as a goal, I want to be a college president someday. That was never in my list of careers. Even being a vice president was never in my list of careers. I think in leadership skills, as you develop leadership skills, certain careers kind of choose you. Whether it's people that recommend you for those roles because they see those skills in you, or is it perhaps your own belief in yourself as you grow as a leader that you feel like you want to take more role. But I would say just keeping doors open, always looking for opportunities to grow. Even when I went and got my educational doctorate, I had some people ask me why I was doing that if I wasn't planning on, promoting my career in the future. And I said, well, you never know what doors are opened when you have different educational opportunities. And so taking those opportunities, learning when you can learn, whether it's professional development, whether it's what you're reading or networking with others, all those are important in developing you as a person and also in your career.